What's up, Jake? This is Steven. I spoke to you a little bit earlier. Now, I know you said you just hired a web designer to take care of your website and possibly your SEO, but I just wanted to go ahead and shoot you this video in case you need to refer back to it later, or maybe it's even some information you could pass on to your new guy that would help you rank. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video is three things. They're 3 month fundamental things that you can do that will actually help you start ranking above your competition online when people are searching for your services. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in here. The three things I'll be covering are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your website, but primarily we're speaking about your homepage. Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on the home pages of these service-based industry websites, such as HVAC. This gives you plenty of opportunity to add in all the buyer intent keywords. And these are these key phrases that people are searching for when they're searching for your services in these areas. Now, I went ahead and I pulled up the number one competitor here in Raleigh. They also serve Charlotte. And I threw them into a tool that I subscribe to called SE Ranking. Now, this tool, it basically gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank websites. So, like I said, this is comfortmonster.com. Their website is currently being found for a staggering 4.4 thousand keywords, and their site was clicked on 1.6 thousand times, and this is just in the past 30 days. Now, I went ahead and threw your site into the same tool, and your website, Herds HVAC RNC, is currently being found for 40 keywords, and you were not clicked on at all in the past 30 days. So let's go back to our competitor, and we can actually click on this 4.4 right here. This is going to pull up all their keywords. Now, we definitely don't want to go searching through all these keywords, right? But we can set filters and to look for various patterns, right? The things that we want to find. So HVAC companies, Raleigh NC, that is a term here that was actually searched 720 times in the past 30 days. Right, so we'd want to go through the list and, like I said, set the filter so we're not scrolling through all 4.4 thousand of them and find the ones that are relevant for your site and put them on there, right? And then we can also find more using this tool. We can find the gaps and find the ones that they don't have. So let's go ahead and we can actually look at these 40 keywords that you're being found for. So thought I had that brought up. Let's do this real quick. And we'll see if you have some of those main keywords here. So we're going to click on that 40. Sorry, I didn't have this brought up already. I thought I did. This is going to populate here in just a second with all 40 of the keywords. But you get the gist, right? So herring, herds, air conditioning, Raleigh HVAC contractors. That's a good one. That got 90. But see right here, this tells you your position. So some of these ones you have that are good, HVAC contractors, Raleigh, you're way, like this one's on the 8th page. This one's on the 4th page. This one's on the 3rd page, 5th page. So you can see what we want to do is make sure you have all the relevant keywords first of all, and then get you ranked on that page one, right? And that is the end goal, especially the top of the page one. So that's basically it for content. Next thing I'll be covering is what we call citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like HVAC Raleigh NC, studies have shown that anywhere between 40 to 60% of those people are not scrolling past this section right here. This is the map pack, and this has to do with your Google business profile. So between 40 to 60% are clicking on one of these businesses here. Now, most people are under the impression that it is your reviews that are the main driver here, and that's not true. While that does play a small factor, that isn't true because Comfort Monsters does not have as much as ThermoDirect. And there's other businesses when you click this, which most people do not do, that have more reviews than these guys. I don't know about Air Experts. I think they have the most. But the two main driving factors are proximity and content, and citations. I'm sorry. So proximity, we can't really help. You don't have control over unless you're moving, but we do have control over citations. Now, a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. Some examples of these citations of a citation is like Yellow Pages, White Pages, Better Business Bureau, Yelp. There's quite a few, and I'm sure you have quite a few. But there's some really important ones that you definitely want, and you can Google that. You can Google the top 50 to 100 HVAC directories for citations, and you want to make sure you're on that list. And on top of that, there's these data aggregators now. There's 3 core data aggregators that you can actually look up and find, and you want to get verified in those as well. There's a little fee, but it's completely worth it. Once you're verified, it takes your information and it pushes your information out to hundreds of other um, applications, directories, and GPS systems, right? Like Apple Maps and stuff. So it's very important. This creates data consistency across all these platforms, which leads to trust to Google for Google and also for these AI platforms such as ChatGPT and Google Gemini. They're more likely to refer you and you're more likely to show up in this map pack. Now, underneath the map pack is Google's organic search results list. And the number one spot here will capture anywhere between 30 to 50% of the clicks. So the map pack captures 40 to 60%, but you're splitting that in between these 3 businesses. This is 30 to 50 all by itself. Main driver here are what we call backlinks. So essentially, backlinks, think of backlinks. So you have these websites out there, right? And so say for example, they have a link on them that when it's clicked, that leads back to your website. This is a backlink, and Google considers these backlinks. They look at them as like an online referral system. And the more popular and the more relevant that these websites are that are linking back to your site, the better. So, for example, say you have a local blog page or a popular industry related site linking back to your site. That's what's actually going to help push your website up in Google's rankings. However, say you have a website like Pizza Hut, which is very popular and has gained a lot of trust in Google's eyes through the years, and they're linking back to you. That's not going to really help you guys because you don't have anything to do with pizza. So let's go back to our competitors, these statistics here on this tool for our competitor, and we were looking at the traffic last time, but now let's look at this section here. This is the backlink section, right? So to be clear, it's through your content, primarily your keywords, that Google is able to find you for the services that you offer, right? But once they find you, they got to determine where they're going to put you on that list. Is it going to be on page 1 at the top, or on page 10, or somewhere in between? And that is all dependent on your backlinks, right? And it looks like Comfort Monster is making a deal with the devil here. They got 666 backlinks. So 666 backlinks from a total of 232 other websites. They call them referring domains here. Let's go ahead and take a look at yours. So you have 62 backlinks coming from a total of 28 other websites. It's not so much about the number, right? It's about the quality of the backlinks and the relevance of the websites you're getting the backlinks from. So we know now that it's through the quality and the relevance of this number of these websites that's pushing Comfort Monster up in these rankings and putting them number 1. So we can take a look at that. We can click on that 232. That's going to bring up all 232 websites they are currently getting backlinks from. There's 12 pages of them, right? So if you were to get a tool like this and look at all these websites, go through them, and you don't want to do it all at once, but over time, acquire backlinks from all these sites. This is assuming that your content and your keywords are correct at this time too. This would actually put you in contention for the number 1 spot here. It would take a little while, but it would definitely do that. But to really ensure you a place on top here is once you execute all that, you go out and you continue to get quality backlinks from relevant sites, other relevant sites, 10 to 20 a month or more, and that would eventually put you up top. Like I said, it wouldn't be easy. It take a lot of time, take a lot of work, but that is the blueprint. So let's go ahead and recap what we went over. First thing is going to be content. You want at least 1,500 words of content on your homepage with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second are citations. You want to be in those top 50 to 100 industry related directories, right? And you can Google that. And you also want to be in the three core data aggregators, and you get verified in that. And you can go ahead and Google those as well. And then lastly are backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your website to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in and around the Raleigh area. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, or maybe I told you, I don't know. You can take this information and pass it on to your to the company that you have now, or implement it yourself, or if in the future you want to reach out to me, we can book a call. Again, my name's Steven. I'm somewhat local. I'm out of Fayetteville. You can either reply back to this email or give me a call at 910-551-2006. Other than that, Jake, I wish you good luck. I hope you stay warm over the next few days, and have a good one. Bye-bye.